Good afternoon. Yes, today we're looking at the outcome from the just ended Confederation of African Football Congress in Tanzania. So we're going to look about a few things, among them the major issue that's a talking point, the formation of the Super League, African Super League, that will begin in August 2023. So this league is structured in a way that it will run for 10 months. That is August 2023 through to May 2024. So they started this maybe 14 months ago, preparing and talking, seeing how it's going to be restructured. So they've come to a conclusion that the league be formed. So the criteria was to pick the best teams to participate in this club. Okay, so what they did was they picked the teams based on ranking. That is how they are ranked in Africa, the clubs, how they are ranked in Africa. That's where they picked. Of course, there was an opportunity to offer to some clubs that may be willing to join. And the interesting thing about this is the financial benefit that it brings to the clubs. It's huge. It's huge. So we're going to talk about that probably in detail. But suffice to say that I've got some things to share, some airtime to share. So those who stick around probably may start to prepare their phones and things like that. I'll share with you. I'll just shout the numbers and then you can reach out from wherever you are. So the teams will be 24, and from these 24 teams, according to the ranking and the interest shown by the clubs, 5 teams, five national, 5 countries will provide about 15 teams. Of those 24 will come from 5 countries. Can you imagine? So we have countries like Egypt giving the African Super League about 4 teams. We have South Africa giving the African Football League about 3 teams, and Morocco will give us 3. Again, Algeria will give 3 teams to the African Super League. So again, Tunisia, only country that is coming with 3 teams. The others will provide 1-1. This was based on ranking and the interest shown, because mind you, it's expensive to compete in this league, but again, the financial aspect that comes with it maybe outweighs is better than outweighs the cost involved in running this or participating in this competition. So that's it. So only about 14 countries will take part as when the league starts in August 2023. So what will happen is that the CAF has agreed that they will give each participating club or team about $3.5 million US. That's about 56 million kwacha. Now, if you look at how huge this money is, for example, when Zambia won the AFCON in 2012, they received about $1.5 million, not in cash, not at one single payment. They received this in installment, like they'll give you this much, they give you this much. So that's how difficult things were then. But things have improved according to what is obtaining at CAF. So 3.5 million, not for winning the CAF Super League, but just for participating. Okay, so the teams that will participate walk away with this amount, about 24 teams. They walk away. It's to help them with logistics and all that. But what CAF wants is teams that have the capacity whereby they are able to fly their team to participate in this competition even before this money comes in. Okay, because the money may not come maybe just when you start playing, it may come later. So they want teams that have got the financial muscle to manage this. It's expensive to play continental football. if you look at just now, what is prevailing is that news coming in is that a team from Botswana, Security Systems FC, they've pulled out because they don't have financial muscle to compete in the CAF Confederation Cup for 2021, 2022, 2023 season. So they've pulled out, meaning that their counterpart, Loilu Popo FC from DRC, who have it easy now to progress to the second round of preliminaries, where they are going to face Sagrada Esperanza. You see, so they've already won that match. So that's how expensive it is. Teams fail to make these commitments to foot the cost and the bill. So an interesting news for the clubs that will compete, but unfortunately, the Zambia is not there, or any team from Zambia is not there. We are hoping the likes of Zesco, if they had maintained, or they had won the league and maintained their ranking where they left off. Remember the time they played in the semis with the Mamelodi Sundowns, their ranking was very high, such that Zambia even received 2 more slots to participate in African competition for CAF, where we had now 4 teams, 2 in CAF Champions League and 2 in CAF Confed League. But that is gone now, so there is no team that will be participating in this. So you can see the opportunity that has been lost by by not maintaining those rankings. So they are very, very important. Again, the other thing is that the combined prize money for this is about 100 million according to their budget for CAF, to ensure that this league runs well. Where they'll get this money, I think they've done their homework, because they are talking to big companies. If you look at their sponsors, they are saying they are willing to come in and they're excited. The whole point is to take African football to a level whereby it's sustainable. It helps the players to see that yes, there is money that they can make, and then they can sustain that, make it more competitive. As if you see, most of the best players in the world, a good number of them are coming from Africa. Others are playing in the leagues in Europe where they are not paid well, but just because that's the best there is. And you know, so if we can have a lot of teams being sponsored like this, having a lot of money, they'll be able to attract the best talent even outside Africa to compete in these leagues. So that would be good for African football. Okay, like I said, probably let's hear the talk time now. Your phones are ready. You let me know when you you recharge. Okay, so the numbers, this is MTN. The numbers are 8956646106340. That's MTN. Okay, CAF has indicated that they'll be giving the affiliated FAs, 54 of them, 1 million per annum, to help them manage their national teams. So this money is not going for infrastructure development or anything else, or clubs or what. It's going to FAs, for example, FAs, in order to help them improve the national team. All the affiliated FAs will receive that money. Development again there. That's good money to manage a lot of issues, even where issues of allowances and all those costs involved are concerned. So FAS is doing a good, CAF, they are doing their homework in ensuring that they market African football as a product that sponsors are willing to pump in money, because football is good business if you do it right. Okay, the clubs that we see in Europe thriving, self-sustainable, there is no one pumping in money. They've created them, they've made them in such a way that they create money by themselves. Okay, meaning they've become sustainable. I think it's a lesson that clubs need to start learning, where they become commercially viable they must be able to make money by themselves. That helps. FAS, on the other hand, in trying to develop youth and women football, they've also allocated about 50 million towards the youth and women football. So in terms of trying to see that things work, the issue of money, what is not there, I think they are doing fine compared to where we are coming from. Can you imagine a country wins Africa Cup of Nations 2012, they get 1.5 million, but now a club just participating in African Super League, they get 3.5 million US dollars. It's a huge change. We hope and trust that these pronouncements come to pass and succeeds. It's good for football. It's good for all those involved in football. So we can also look at maybe some news that came in that FAS did apply to, or did write to the Confederation of African Football to have the executive reduced it to 13, I think so, from 24. That is too costly to have 24 executives for CAF. But that request was thrown out on giving the reasons that it was not backed by another association, meaning that if you want the amendment to go through at such a conference, you need to put it in writing, and then the other members has to second that also in writing. That was not done. Yeah, but